On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville. Washington now brings this out. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Right open. Lisa 24. Silver.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's complete to Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
Etienne up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he's brought down at the 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence will throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost him.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
13, Luke. 11. There we go.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Go. Take right open. Red.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Stroud sets up the play action. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Diggs in motion right. Stroud. This is intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Go, let's go. Hey, I'm gun. Silver.
Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fighting his way through contact. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 61 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Open man is Kirk, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Hey, hey, hey. Go, go. 13 loop.
Now Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Rip, 23. 11, 11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Go, go. Red.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And Stroud now to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, go, 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 go.
Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Take right open, open. 11, 11. Hey, kill. Silver.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep the lead at 8. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. Evades him at the 20. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon from 19 yards away. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Texans 21, Jaguars 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just... Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Red on red.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Riggs. 11, Agate. Go. 13, Luke.
Lawrence will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3.
And Diggs, the motion man, left. Now Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Trying to move the pocket there. Out to the right on the bootleg, but nothing develops. And he's forced to just throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Here goes Stroud again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Take right open. Silver.
Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Christian Harris, pushing his way through. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Look high. Oh, ready.
Here's Stroud. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
And my goodness, another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.